PG-13. This is G.I. Joe 1990, and we're looking at the Hummer and the Avalanche with driver cold front. And while they cheaped out for the Hummer, they didn't even bother with a driver for that one. And I said there's 17 vehicles for this year, and I only have 5. So that leaves about 12 more for me to get. Anyone wants to donate a vehicle, feel free to. So we're going to slide this over. We'll have a quick look at the Hummer, because everybody knows. Now the Hummer, this size is a little bit oversized. And we looked at the Sunny Days Hummer as well in one of my previous videos. Oh, and well, this one here that has clips in here, you can remove the clips, which I did, so you can fit your figures in there better. But there's no doors, so you know, Hasbro did cheap out on some things and they overkilled others. Like these cannons, just overkill. Way overkill. Now this here, this machine gun, you can basically pop off, and there's a little mount in the back here. But before we get into that, this actually does open up, I think. It's supposed to anyways. Alright, so we'll see if we can open this one up. There we go. So it does pop open. And it does have a lot of engine detail in there. So this part of the vehicle is pretty awesome. But at the same time, it's a little bit too oversized, because you know, you want to keep the scale within the scale. But you know, it seats 4 and 1 in the gun turret, and then you can put 2 more there, so that's, well, 7, plus a couple more on the pegs, probably 8 or 9, and maybe if you feel inclined you can always shove someone in the trunk. Anyways, it does have a tripod in the back here, and let's see if we can bring a little bit of lighting in here. So it's got a tripod in the back, some extra ammunition, and it does have a few little launchers here, so you can launch your missiles or smoke grenades or whatever. Now, I guess this whole roof part can come off, eh? Seems to be a little jammed. And these don't slide easy, so, well, not on this one anyways. So you got a little tripod here. You can set your machine gun up. And again, there you go. Got a little machine gun. The 50 cal. Hey, 50 cal's a little machine gun. But this, you know, looks like it's going to warp or break off, so eventually it will. Unless you glue it. And it does have an oversized jerry can. And a little tow hook. Now I'm missing the antenna, and the antenna is way oversized. It just would go in here. But then it'll probably get in the way of this when you're sliding these. And it does have 6 little missiles. Or smoke grenades, whatever you feel inclined to call them, but it is pretty roomy inside. And these do slide back, but again, it's like you gotta almost wiggle it and force it. And it's just, I don't know. Seems like something's just not in place here. Maybe this has to pop in there better. But oh well, these slide. And there you go. And then it's all closed up. And we forgot to put the tripod back in. So it is a cool design. But again, like when we looked at the Sunny Days Hummer, it's more in scale with G.I.Joe, and it actually fits the figures nicer. And it has doors. Now, if G.I.Joe could make the same size as Sunny Days, but have this open up with the engine detail, that would be cool. Maybe have a bigger gun. And all these Sunny Days ones usually come broken because they're strapped down and then this breaks. So you take a piece of Lego and cut it and fit it under there and glue it in, and it works nice. My other ones are stiffer, but I mean, see what I mean? Like the doors open, no problem. This one fits G.I. Joe's perfectly, and it's got even lots of room in the back. And Sunny Days is just like World Peacekeepers, it's all the same. And it's probably half the price, or maybe even 1/3 the price. So, but before they were a lot cheaper. I don't know how much they are now. And here we have Avalanche. Now I think I am missing one of these, but again, the same thing is in the little pod in the back. This vehicle's friggin' awesome. Got cold front, and well, this is Stalker's weapon from 1989, and it fits in his hand pretty easy, I would assume, or unless I just put it in there. Huh. If it's oversized, don't force it. He does have also a mic, and he has the little glasses. So Cold Front's a pretty cool looking figure. Oh, what's the next name they're gonna do? Warm Front? That didn't sound right. They got a Warm Front. Anyways, he fits in here. And we'll just take that weapon away from him because it's not gonna work. That's a nice size. It should just clip in nicely. Anyways, we're having technical difficulties. I guess it just fits in. Sits there. There's a little pod in the back here. And you can fit another figure in here. Look at that. Look at those boots. Oh, geez. That figure fits in nice. Now there's these missiles will fit into that little launcher here. So this is a little reconnaissance pod. Almost looks like a little glider, but it does have some engine detail and stuff on it. So it's got vertical takeoff. It just fits right back in there, no problem. And this does have 6 missiles that you can flick off. And it's got the ice mines. Ice mine launcher. And I don't know if it comes with 6, but I got 5 in there. And it does get pretty dirty. It's got a cool cannon that I just tried to clean. Use some paper towels. Oh, but this does get pretty dirty because it's white. The cannon is pretty awesome looking. But they failed. They should have had another cannon up here. But again, that shoots mines. I mean, they do have missiles, so it does have a total of 8 missiles. Plus, if I had one more for the gun. So there should be at least 9. However, this one just, you know, needs a little bit of TLC. But this is pretty awesome. And it is quite long. And we'll even have a quick measurement from the fin. So it is about 17 inches. Yeah, about 17 inches. Without the pod, it'll pop. Oh, that's okay. That's not even part of it. 15 inches. See, even this Hummer is a little bit oversized. It's about 13.5 because the tow hitch on the back. So these vehicles are quite large, quite oversized. I mean, they could have made some cool tanks. But again, you could take, like, you know, a little snowshoe. Or sorry, you get what I'm saying. Those little ski things that they use. I forget what they're called. So those are pretty awesome looking vehicles, but again, it's a little bit oversized for what G.I. Joe should have been. I mean, the Hummer, a real Hummer, you know, the wheel actually comes past the fender. So, and again, there's no winch on there, no working winch. So we've seen all the vehicles that I have. I do have a fair bit of figures for this year. I don't have all the figures for this year, obviously, but we'll have a look at the figures next and the comparisons. Kind of sucks because, you know, I wish I had more vehicles for this year, but I'll probably get some for this. I'll probably get more this year. But in the meantime, we'll see what happens because the world's getting crazier. And who knows how the Brexit is going to affect the dollar, unless they put a freeze on all those accounts or countries that are taking that terrorist action to basically destroy the American dollar and the Western economies. Or you just leave everything as is, because even before Brexit, remember when all the other countries had their own currencies? So it really shouldn't affect the market. I mean, considering the amount of assets and everything, but just think about how it was before. There was lots of different currencies, and why would those? It's basically just the Brexit switching over to a different currency. They won't be trading in the dollar, but oh well. How is that really going to affect anything if there's still the same amount of money in the world? So, unless the Western countries just decide to stop trading with those countries that are Brexiting, or BRICS, or whatever the heck it is called. The communist countries are trying to destroy the American dollar anyways. And we talked about these panels slide off here. There's two that slide off and your ladder fits in on that side. So I would like to actually do a demonstration and take it apart myself and try it. But thanks Emily and Lenny. You guys, you know, they even made this complicated. Why couldn't it have just been one simple piece that you could spring load open, or you could just, you know, lift up like a little tab on a latch. Make it a little simple. But oh well, everything has to be complicated in the design, eh? And again, it does fit your vintage figures in it. You know, this is pretty awesome. But it doesn't seem to want to stay in certain positions. But it's awesome. Oh. So that's all the vehicles I have for this year, because I bought a lot of the modern vehicles. Maybe I should be putting the modern vehicles in with the 90s. Do have a lot of different modern vehicles, and well, we'll have to look at those eventually. But I don't know if I'm going to just go up to 93, 94 and then just show the vehicles after. Because I mean, if there's only one or two vehicles I have for a year, then might as well just start putting all these modern vehicles together to show you. And well, we'll do what we can. Anyways, thanks for watching. And remember, if they decide to do nuclear war, well, they're retarded, because you killed the world. Full nuclear meltdown. I mean, even if North Korea tries to nuke us, or China, or Russia, you destroy America, you destroy the world. Because 444 nuclear power plants all melt down at once. No one survives. Alrighty. Thanks for